Welcome to the Coongan River. We're about 50 kilometres north of Marble Bar. Really lucky to find this spot. It's a short 4-wheel drive trip off the Great Northern Highway, which is only probably about a kilometre that direction. So we're well and truly back in the Pilbara after exploring the Kimberley for a while. There's some classic Pilbara scenery for you. Spinifex covering the red iron ore ranges. And it's really quite beautiful. I think if you can see that popping through the branches there. Anyway, this is the Coongan River. As I said, not far north from Marble Bar. Well and truly back in the Pilbara. Here's our spot for the night. Don't worry, Emma's just dressed like that because she's worried about the mosquitoes. She's not all of a sudden joining up the fight for ISIS or anything like that. And if you look underneath the car, you'll see that I've done a modification to my bumper when I smashed it out near Derby yesterday. So that's a bit of a bugger. I'm sure that's going to be expensive. Anyway, we've made it here. Beautiful spot. Time to crack a beer and have a fish, I reckon. See you tomorrow. Good morning. This is sunrise on the Burrup Peninsula. We're about halfway between Karratha and Dampier. A beautiful spot. We're camped by this lagoon, sort of halfway up the Burrup Peninsula. Bit of a 4-wheel drive to get in here, and we got in late last night, so we didn't really appreciate the view. But this is fairly typical Pilbara coastal scenery. And the best bit about it is as the sun comes up, you'll see it starts to make the red rocks that are so typical about the Pilbara start glowing. So that's what I'm hoping to get hold of in a minute. You can see it starting to happen on this outcrop here. Beautiful colours, really, really amazing stuff. Now the person with the best view of all this morning and the best view of this whole sunrise on the whole peninsula should in theory be my wife, because there's the view from the rooftop tent that she had. However, those of you who know Emma will know that it's a fairly confident bet to think that she's awake anywhere near sunrise. You awake, Em? No, she'll have to watch this video, as I suspected. So there it is, sunrise. Beautiful spot. Welcome to Devil Creek, about 60 kilometres south of Karratha. This really is a tropical creek in every sense of the word. Now with that come a few problems which we experienced last year, and I'll explain what we've done to combat them. Now first of all, you'll notice we're inside a shelter made of mesh. There's the lovely Emma. Reason being, last time we came here, Emma got absolutely smashed by sandflies. She came out in welts. That's the downside of camping in the tropics. Sometimes you have areas like this next to a nice little creek like that. Looks beautiful, but she got absolutely smashed by the sandflies and had scarring and marks for how long was it? Months? Weeks?
Still got them now.
Yep, still got them now. So anyway, we've had to prepare this shelter and make sure we've got everything we need, and I'll just demonstrate that. So you'll see there's some cheese and biscuits, and she's got enough of those to get her through the duration of the camp. And there's her bottle of gin, her Aero Guard, all the mixers and beers are obviously in the eskies. And Emma's now stocked in. She can ride this out now. She can ride this camping trip out and hopefully avoid the sandflies. In the meantime, just as the sun goes down, I'm going to go back to that creek and see if I can tempt anything to hit the lures. It's been a sort of average fishing trip so far. We've had some luck with the barra, no luck at Hearson's Cove this morning, so we'll see how we go this evening. Okay, see you later from Devil Creek. Greetings from a place not too far from the mouth of the Ashburton River, not far from Onslow. So we've moved about 300 kilometres south from Karratha, and this is the Ashburton River, and as I said, we're not very far from the mouth of the Ashburton River. Now, we should be roughly 1,000 kilometres from the nearest saltwater crocodile, but about 10 years ago there were some reports of saltwater crocodile inhabiting this estuarine area right here. So we've actually respected that concern. There are signs up around saying watch out for saltwater crocodiles and take all the precautions. So we've certainly taken all of those precautions. See camp there, we're a good 50 metres back from the water, which is the recommended distance in crocodile waters. You can see also this time we've set up the Mozzie Shield shelter because we're guessing there's going to be a few mosquitoes around dusk. So just in that dusk period of time, we tend to sit inside the shelter. We cook our dinner on the gas stove rather than on the fire, and then once night comes around, the mosquitoes tend to disappear at that point, and then we go and sit around the fire. Plenty of wood scattered around this little area as well, so we should be able to have a good little fire tonight. So, promising looking river for a bit of fishing. Going to try all the lures in the tackle box here. Hopefully a few barra or a few something nice for dinner. We've had a bit of luck with the fishing so far. We've had a barramundi and a mangrove jack and a few other assorted species, so best of luck for tonight. Alright, see you later, bye. Actually the road, you know. Bottom's rock hard today.
Camera's a bit wobbly.
Are you saying your action filming isn't up to standard?
It's a bit of reflection too from the window.
See the power waves going off the side out there. Yeah, look at that out there. There's Triton. Oh look, there's the road. What you'd expect in the middle of the desert. Good morning from Running Waters. This place is pretty unbelievable. Why, you ask? Well, because we're actually in the middle of the Great Sandy Desert. We're about 200 to 300 kilometres inland from Marble Bar. We are 400 to 500 kilometres away from the nearest bit of coastline. And if you move away from this little river, this little water body, then you really are in the middle of the desert. There's spinifex, there's bone dry conditions, red rock, red dirt. And we've driven through a couple of 100 kilometres of it to get here. But then all of a sudden this oasis just appears. And it is really spectacular, and it's hard to believe that something like this can exist out here. And the reason why it does exist, I'll show you camp. There's Emma asleep as usual. It's just in front of our camp there. You can see that body of water, and that's actually a natural spring. So the water comes out from the ground here, bubbles out of the ground, and then trickles into the river. This is the Oakover River. Just see if I can make my way to it without falling into the bloody thing. And you can actually see that it's actually running really quickly. So there's a little mini waterfall there. And it's streaming into the Oakover River. This river's quite deep actually and fast flowing. Heaps of fish in there as well. Don't know if you can pick them up or anything like that. But we'll definitely get the fishing rods out and have a crack at them a bit later. So another amazing West Australian place. Cheers.